Hey, what's up guys? Today we're going to go through how to develop high intensity repeatability, so high intensity efforts and repeatability of that. So think of your tackling, cutting, sprinting in team sports. So one of the big misconceptions of developing repeatability within sports is that we have to do high intensity efforts with shorter rest periods, leading to a lot of glycolytic work, or a lot of max effort for as long as possible. So you see a lot of that sort of training done on the training paddock. So the issue with this is that there's not much trainability. It's very hard to progress. Therefore, the range of adaptation is quite small. So what we want to do when we're looking at repeat high intensity efforts is we're going to break it down to its constituent parts. So what makes it up is we have your recovery between efforts and your maximum output. So that could be whatever effort that is. It could be a sprint, a tackle, step, whatever that may be. Now, if we break it down, like this is how high your output is, your high maximum, and then your ability to recover in between those. So if we look at the recovery standpoint, this is your aerobic base, so your aerobic system at lower intensities. It could be just aerobic capacity and then your aerobic power. And that's what's really responsible for recovery after games and in between high intensity efforts. So this is your aerobic base, obviously, like if you go to max, it's a good example. But then also your technique, how efficient you are at movements. It's going to make you more efficient around the field, so we're not using unnecessary energy for the same task. And then we have our max output. So it makes sense that if my max output is higher, then the efforts below it are relatively easier to someone with a lower max effort. This should make common sense. So if we can raise our max outputs through very high intensity training with lots of rest, whether it's our 1RM strength, our top sprinting speed, our hard round to tackle, etc., then all the efforts below that become relatively easier, therefore we're expending less energy. So what we want to do is look at addressing these two in a polarized manner to then adapt and become better at the repeated high intensity effort. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer any questions and have a discussion around this matter.